Miss Martin, you missed the intense music along with our video of Area of a Circle. I had to wait to start recording until I got done with all the stuff that belongs to other people. I played a Hans Zimmer piece from Inception while we watched I showed a video of the triangle getting cut into like infinitely many pieces and coming back. Or not the triangle, the circle. Oh, it was great. Yep, you missed it. Sorry about. So now I flipped the timer and they're working to solve the area of the shaded region. Did you guys already do the shaded region? Okay, impressive. Well, what kind of shape is that? Parallelogram. So didn't we say if we chop off one side of the parallelogram and take it over to the other side, it actually becomes like a rectangle in a way? So think about that. Hey, question. I'm not stopping your working, but if I had like a circle with a circle cut out of it, how can I find the area of... Yeah, that was not my plan. How can I find the area of the cardboard? Vincent? Subtraction. So find the bigger shape, subtract away the smaller shape. Questions? Okay. So if we break up the shaded shape, what's the main shape? Forget about the circle being cut out. What's the main shape of this middle section? A rectangle. So I would start by looking at just the rectangle and find that area. Then we're going to take away the area of the circle. And then we've got two remaining triangles. We can find the area of those. So we're going to break this thing up. Ooh. We'll probably get Fridays. Well, I don't know if I'll actually get homework on Friday because it's spring break. But we're doing area, like surface area, and then volume. So do a little bit of review of volume or watch the video. Nice. Yeah, so it's volume that you're mainly going to miss on Friday. It's the same thing. Yep. That's why it doesn't matter if you do the R squared first. I am so smart. That's Eve. All right, you got about 1 more minute before we bring it back together. Sorry, that was not on purpose. I'm starting to hear some like arguments, which is okay.
Some different ways of doing things.
Yeah, I was about to say my concern is that you're not actually arguing. You're just two different brains.
That's what it is.
All right, so let's bring it back together. But don't worry, you still get to give your 2 cents because we're doing random cards. Eli, how did your group start with this problem? And I kind of labeled my sections to help us discuss this the same. So you notice that if we're going to do area, our circle area formula, and sorry, A for area, that's why I made the different colors, and I probably just shouldn't have used A. But the area of a circle is pi times radius squared. So guys, if you didn't find your radius yet, go ahead and label that on your paper right now. Your radius is half of your diameter, which is then here, 5. Kylie, we good? I see papers moving around and stuff. So 5 is our radius. Then, Antonella, what did you guys do? Just give me one like push in the right direction of getting towards the final answer. Who what? So go ahead and do the area of the circle. Sure, we can do. So what is, and I just get in the habit of writing my pi first, as it says on your notes, and as Antonella pointed out, it doesn't matter if we do pi times radius squared or radius squared times pi. I'm just in the habit of doing the pi first. What is 5 squared? What is 5 times itself? 25. So this becomes 3.14 times 25, which is a little over 75. Who's got it for me? 78.5. And guys, we use 3.14 so that we all agree with the rounded answer. Unless you're told to use the exact pi, just get in the habit of using 3.14. Any questions about how we found the area of the circle? Pi times radius squared. If we start with diameter, we got to find the radius. So cut the diameter in half. Eve, what's another thing? So we're done with the circle area. What's another thing we could do? What's like another shape that we got up there? Yeah, look at the rectangle. So my rectangle A, if I just look at that section, so I'm going to say the area of that rectangle, because now I'm writing in blue. How do I find the area of a rectangle? Anybody? Base times height. So here it's going to be the 20 times the 12. Guys, if you didn't write this workout, you should because it's good practice. What's 2 times 12? Yeah, 24, then put the 0 on. And I should be labeling. My apologies, I forgot to label my feet squared up here. So I'm going to write it real small. Feet squared. And then, do I have, Kylie, do we have the entire rectangle? Do we have all of the 240? Kylie, your voice just changed in a weird way. That tripped me out. So, what should I do? Subtraction. So we're going to, from the rectangle, we're going to take away the 78.5, and the area that we get for the actual blue region that we have. Somebody do this for me, please. Guys, so I'm going to come over here and label that. This area is 161.5 feet squared in that blue section. The shaded inside of that rectangle, 161.5. Questions? You're making a face. Questions? Did you get the same answer? Yeah. Mic drop. Antonella said, wait, no. Okay, good. I did it a different way. Got the same answer. There's multiple ways to do math. Been saying this all year. All right, next card. Farah, what can I do next?
You could make another small rectangle at like the right corner.
Help me. You mean like down here?
Yeah. And then you could do 3 times 8 and you get 24.
Ooh, you're taking a different route. This is interesting, okay. So Farah drew this rectangle and said 3 times 8 is 24. Now that's not the route that I was taking, but I think Farah went the route of do the whole thing and then subtract away, which is another route that works. I just got confused because it's not what I did. Does it mean that she's wrong? No, it's just not what I did. Different ways. Cool. So then, what else could I find the area of Layla graph? What else? Farah gave me that. Like, she drew that shape at the beginning. We don't have to go that way. What way did you go? Tell me something you did. What's another shape we see? A triangle. Do you want the B or C? B. So we look at triangle B. Layla, because I got some people more that are going to start chiming in. Layla, how do we find the area of a triangle? Yeah, base times height divided by 2. So I should have really, let's see if this will work. See if my smart board wants to like me today. I should have really scooched this down so I could do some work above it. So the area of the triangle is base times height divided by 2. If you didn't write this workout, you should. 8 and what's this side? 12. 12, they tell us over there. So that's 12. So 8 times 12 divided by 2. What is 8 times 12? 80 plus another 16. So 96 divided by 2. So the area of this triangle, 45 plus another 3. Yeah, 48. Questions on how we did triangle area? Base times height, divide by 2. You guys, this is a great picture to be able to see, like, oh yeah, the triangle's half of the rectangle. That's why the formula is what it is. If we draw it, it's half of a rectangle. This perfectly shows it. Actually, down here, C shows it also. Eve, you with me? Stand up if you need to. So then, I should go to a different card. Mia, tell me how to work with C. The 20 up here. So this is 20. So if I look at triangle C, the area of my purple, base times height divided by 2. 3 times 20 divided by 2. 60 divided by 2. What's 60 divided by 2? 30. Now, if I was going Farah's route, I would also want this triangle and this triangle, but can anyone tell me, like, the silver bullet here? Well, I don't think vampires are popular anymore, but
They're both the same.
they're the same. This gray triangle is the same as this unshaded triangle. So if we found B was 48, then this, I'll probably just write it with no color, 48 feet squared also. So if Farah was going the route of subtract away the empty space, and if this triangle down here is 30, like area of the triangle is 30, then this also area of 30 feet squared. Now, if I'm going the way of add up shaded, I got 161.5. I got, I'm just going to write it in here, 48, and I got 30. So we went at 30, 48, that makes 78, plus 161.5, 239.5. I don't have more nude colors. I'll use a different purple. So our total shaded is 239.5. 39.5 label feet squared. Break it up. Work the pieces separately. I'm flipping the timer again for 5 more minutes. If you haven't done the shirt on the back, do the shirt. If you're done with that whole thing, your homework is the back of yesterday's worksheet. What did the TV set say? What did the TV set say with the remote control or something? I forget what the joke is. What happened when the TV set asked the remote control for a date? It said it's April 6th. Today is April 6th. The date, April 6th. It's not funny. Don't worry. It's not funny. Don't think too hard about it. My mom sews. She actually, props to mom. We'll shout out Kathy Hudson in my video. Back when the pandemic hit and first off, you could barely find masks. Mom made me a bunch of masks. Now, it kind of hurt my feelings when my mom made me a mask that says spam. I was like, Mom, you know spam is used for when somebody spams you? And she's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Spam is also a canned meat, if you don't know, but it's a joke. It's also in Appalachia. You buy spam and eat canned meat. But yeah, props to Mom. She used to sew. Crap, I need to go one more slide. So if you're going to sew a shirt, you lay it out on, seriously, a giant grid. And you start cutting your fabric. And you cut your fabric to match a template. And then you sew it all together. Right? So these are the pieces to start a t-shirt. And we'll need them on the back too. Now if I turn my template sideways, it's a bit easier to see. What shape is this? Parallelogram. All right, go. Have at it. I'm going to be quiet for a couple minutes. Guys, if you don't know what to do, at least label things. Count things and label them. $13. Did you guys get 13? Yep. Yeah. Bad number.
I'm not sure if she went wrong here, but she's 10 off. This is 39, not 49.
This would be 11. That should have been 4, 4, and 3. I always go back to the beginning and start from there. 13. Come on, Mom. Make a better shirt. No, so that, I'm saying that as a joke, because you don't get to pick the numbers you work with. If you're making a shirt to fit somebody, or making a mask to fit somebody, you have to use the numbers you have to use. You can't say, oh, I don't like 13, I'm going to use 20 instead. You can't do that. You got to use 13. You got to use, what's the bottom?
11.
A lot of odd numbers here. Can you guys see how I got 5 for my circle diameter? If you draw some lines straight down and then count across the boxes down here, our diameter of the circle is 5. Because I'm going to erase some of this. Our diameter of the circle is 5. If the diameter is 5, what's the radius? 2.5. Give me your eyes real quick. Remember, the formula for a parallelogram is the same as a rectangle. Because if I take a side off and move it, right, and now these are gone, so I need to kind of cross out because I pulled these over to the other side, I can make a rectangle. So your formula for parallelogram is the base times the height when those are perpendicular to each other. So it's base times height, but they gotta be perpendicular. All right, keep going. In case you're worried about does the parallelogram go all the way to the next grid line, it does. We're gonna say it's clean, it goes to the next grid line. Yeah, because we're gonna need and then we're gonna have to go to the fabric store and make sure that we've got enough. Joanne Fabrics. I love Joanne Fabrics. This is right up the alley back here. No, probably inches. Because think about a shirt where the dimension that you have is from down, and this is actually a really nice shirt because it has no seams. I should have worn a different shirt. Worthington got the nice ones because I have no stitching all the way around here. But if you go up this, and then you'll probably make a little cut up here potentially, but we're measuring up. So this is probably a kid's shirt, 13 inches tall. Because yeah, I'm a bit taller than 13 inches, so I don't think this would fit me. So how do we find the area? Did you already find the circle? And then what do we have to do to the circle? Yeah, because we only have it. And then what do we have to do with the circle area? Hey, who's notes are these? Notes on the floor. We're gonna bring it back together right now. How about that? All right. I'm gonna take the easier bite first. It's all how do you want to bite off? Or I forget what the saying is. So with the parallelograms, I went ahead and wrote the work up here. Please, I cannot focus when there's helicopters about to take off. Area of a parallelogram is base times height because it's essentially a rectangle. So this parallelogram, I put it P for parallelogram, is 5 times 3 because it's 5 times 3. If you want to see it differently, that's purple. If you want to see it differently, I can go right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we say it does go all the way. And then 3 tall. And if I chop that off and move it over, I can see that it's a rectangle. So then what do I need to do, Marina? What do I need to do with this 15? It's so dirty I can't see the buttons. Do I only have one sleeve? Yeah, this is 15 also. And guys, we were chatting back there about what label is this. Probably inches, right? If we're talking about a shirt, probably inches. So for my sleeves, I got 30 total so far. Then Vincent, what am I going to do for like the front part of the shirt?
I put back in that half circle, and I did the entire area.
So you acted like this was whole. What's 13 times 11? 143. Okay, so that would be for the whole rectangle.
Yeah, and then I subtracted the half circle.
Oh, we need to get half circle. So Vincent is saying we're going to find the circle, but then do half of it. If you didn't do it yet, let's do it. Area is pi times, what's the radius? 2.5 squared. So this will be 3.14. What's 2.5 squared? Something a little over 6.25. Guys, I only know that because I've practiced. It's not, I'm not smarter than you. I have just practiced. So when we do that, what do we get? 6.25 times 3.14. That sounds good. 9.81, you said? I'm just going to round that to 9.8. Because honestly, guys, we're going to buy extra. Right? We're going to buy extra fabric. We just want to know the minimum. Because I need to figure out how much this is going to cost. If I'm making people shirts, I need to know what they're going to cost. So this is the half circle. So this is 9.8. Oh, come on. Eraser would help. 9.8 inches squared. What do I do with that 9.8?
Subtract it from the 143.
Okay, thanks, John. Subtract from the 143. Sorry, I was going to call the card, but you weren't looking, so you didn't see that.
Oh, sorry.
You're good. So now I actually get, what's 143 minus 9.8? Yeah, 133.2. Well, if we round, right? If we round to the tenths. How do I get the total area of my shirt?
Add the two 15s together.
At 15, 15,
30 plus
and so 133.2 plus the 30. So our total is 163?
Yeah, 163.1875.
0.2 if we round, inches squared.
Well, now normally you wouldn't multiply by 2 to make the other side also.
Yeah, guys, I don't know like what you do on the internet, but I'm blown away by the creativity of people in the world and like people that make their own costumes for like cosplay and different stuff like that. And my niece is actually now, I can't believe it, but she's 17 and she does this and like makes her own outfits. And she will text me, be like, Uncle Micah. Because still, like, since she's been a little kid, I mean, I've helped her with math since forever. She's like, I can't believe I'm actually using math. I'm like, yeah, I've been telling you this forever. You actually use math. You actually use math. Yes! Antonella. All right, you got like a minute. You can work on a homework problem or something if you want to. I'm also going to find something else you guys may or may not like. Because Antonella wants to second guess me. If you want the real reason, I just have some pent up anger inside of me. I need spring break.